Hey there, Prairie Plant Girl here. Today I'm out in the yard. I'm trying to catch up on a few jobs that have been kind of getting left behind, and I thought I'd bring you along. Maybe it'll be a little inspiration to get a few things done in your yard as well. So the first thing I'm going to do is get this grass cut. It's a little bit damp yet. I don't know, maybe actually I like to get the grass cut first, but looking at it right now in the shade, it actually has a lot of dew on it still, so I think it'll have to wait. So we'll maybe go over to the garden and get a little bit of harvesting done, and the grass will have to wait till the sun's out shining on it a little bit more. But I just need to get a few things done, and I thought I'll try and bring you along, give you a quick little snippet of some of the things that I'm doing, and that'll be what we do today. So let's get some work done. One of the first things I need to do is try and get in under this apple tree, get some of these apple drops cleaned up, and just get them out of the way before they're attracting mice, wasps, whatever else. And it's one of the first jobs I want to do. And then I'm going to be picking these beans, and I'm pretty sure I'll find lots of apples in there as well. So let's get some cleaning up done. Well, I thought the rake might be easier to get in there than climbing back under the tree through all the calendula, but it's not, so. The tree knows when it has too many apples. I should just trim this calendula back, actually. I just let the calendula drop its seeds here and grow back every year. Now I can get in here. Some of these have been back here a while. This one's like rotting and fermenting. Okay, I think I got all the apples that are under the tree and in this part of the bed behind me here, but I'm sure we'll find more as we go along today. So the next job I want to work on is picking these beans. These are yellow wax beans, and I didn't realize how far along they had gotten already, so there's quite a few beans in here I need to pick. I wasn't actually ready this week to deal with them, but they're ready to be picked, and that needs to happen, so I'm just gonna have to figure out some time in my week here to get that done. And I can see already 2 apples in here. I have a combination of black turtle beans in here that won't be ready for a while, and then the yellow beans, so I just have to kind of watch what plant I'm looking at and make sure I'm picking the right ones. I'm gonna try and push the black beans out of my way if I can and separate them a bit. There. That should give me some room to work. Your beautiful bean. Nice long, thin yellow wax bean. They're actually really good. I really enjoy these, eating them just fresh. We like to saute them, just a little bit of garlic and butter. I'm not big on frozen beans, but I probably will freeze a few out of this picking just because we are going to be really busy in this next little bit here as our kids are moving and getting ready to go off to school again, so we just won't be home much. They will keep if you wrap them in a damp paper towel in a plastic bag, like just barely damp. I find they keep for a week or two in the refrigerator. Yeah, see, I didn't realize they were producing as early as they were. I thought they were just flowering. They had a bunch of beans hiding down inside the plants. This one's a little bit bigger than I'd like. You see how bulgy it is? Maybe you can even see through how big the beans inside are. That's more than I like. I prefer them at a real small stage. The bean plants are actually looking really healthy. I was a little concerned because we've had 4 inches of rain this week, which is very odd for August, and then really hot weather. So I thought we might have more disease in here than we do, but they look really good. That's nice to see. How long that one is. And beans are one of those plants, the more you pick, the more you tend to get. So. I don't know if the camera's seeing them, but there's tons of ladybugs in these bean plants. So that's actually a pretty nice little harvest. I was a little bit worried that there was going to be a ton of beans there that we weren't going to be able to handle when we're going to be away for a few days off and on. I can see a stink bug in here. Don't see these often in my garden. Crazy looking creature. I think it's the green stink bugs that piercing, sucking, hurt your plants kind. There's different kinds. Some eat other insects and some eat the fruit, or the plant. I'm not sure which one this is. So as I was saying, this is a nice, decent little harvest. It'll go well with supper and for a couple of nights here before we go, and then that'll actually probably use them up, which is perfect. And there's quite a few still on the plants here. They're just a little bit on the green side, so they will wait for a few more days for me to be done what I need to be doing with the kids and be back out here working on the beans. So that should be perfect timing, actually. So I'm happy about that. And like I said, I have the black turtle beans. They're just flowering now. There's just a few tiny little beans that I can see on the plants, so that's perfect. They have a much longer maturation date. I think it's like around 100 days, so these won't be harvested until the fall. And I actually put them in a little bit late, so hopefully I can keep them protected from frost and get my black bean harvest off of them, because I really look forward to that every year. So now I realized yesterday that I had a huge head of broccoli. I didn't even know. So I'm gonna grab some snips and I'm gonna show you my view from different angles going up to that bed. And you'll see it's huge and it was just hiding in there. And if I wasn't working right in that bed, I didn't even realize it was in there, and I guess I wasn't checking. So let me grab some snips to get it, and then we'll have a look at it. So let's walk up to this broccoli bed, and you see if you can see a huge head of broccoli in here anywhere. There's a smaller one you might be able to see on the right there. There's another big head of broccoli hiding in this bed. Let's go to the other side so you can have a look from that side and see. I walk past this bed like every morning. I come out here and walk through here. I didn't even realize I've been looking at this cauliflower here, and I need to actually uncover it and have a better look, because I think it might be heading up. And then the other day I was over, I thought I should check on these little seedlings I put in, because I haven't given them a good look in a few days. They're looking really good. And then I turned my head back, and I don't know how well you'll see it with the glare with the camera, but there's a huge head of broccoli in there. So I need to take care of that. I'm glad I caught it before it was blown out. But we'll uncover this bed and check out what else is going on under there. I cannot believe this broccoli that's in here. There's a little tiny one here, but this other one is huge. I can't believe I couldn't see it in here. So what is the variety? Oh, my tag is almost completely worn off. Acadia. Oh yeah, I think they do usually get pretty big. This one over here, it might be Acadia. It might be a Green Magic. I think this one's Green Magic. Pretty nice. So these will grow some side shoots off these plants if I leave them. But look at this one here, it's just unreal. I might have needed a knife for this one. Look at that. It's a huge, beautiful head too. It's a beautiful head of broccoli. It's kind of shadowy here, but gorgeous. So let's see what that cauliflower is doing. Hopefully you'll be able to see in here with me. I don't think it's headed up yet. No. It's trying to. I don't know how you can see. All the leaves are folding around. I think this is a freedom down here. No, this is an early snowball. But it's wrapping really nice, but the head is just starting. It just has so many leaves on it that I thought it was maybe doing more than it should be by now. Try to push some of these guys back in under the netting. I have a few Thornbury terracotta tomatoes in here somewhere, a little bit on the small side, but that's okay. Those can get left. Looks like there's a black crim in the back there. Thought I saw, oh, they're down lower. Let's see. A couple black crim. So like I said, I'm going away, so I don't really want to do a lot of picking, but that's just more food that I need to deal with when I don't really have time. But I want to pick the tomatoes because we've been getting a lot of rain, and they'll split if they're left. And I have a ton of peppers on here now. They should wait because they're in this raised, you can't see it, but they're in a raised fabric bed, and so they drain out pretty good, so I'm not worried about them getting too wet. But I am going to come a bunch of red jalapenos, and they're starting to get so old they drop. So I'm gonna pull those off. Oh, they smell good. just little, and picking those off should encourage the plant to produce more. There are some nice size jalapenos on here. Like, look at that. That's a nice jalapeno. They can wait. Beautiful red pepper. Well, it was red on this side. So, like I said, I'm mostly just trying to go through and pick off some little peppers here. These are supposed to be sweet sunrise, and they're just tiny. Again, like, gorgeous big peppers in here, though. I do need to do something with them. So I just came around to the other side of that bed. Oh my, look at this. Can you tell I've actually been sick, so I haven't been out here very much. But see, this is what I don't want. I'm trying to get these right peppers because this one's getting soft. Not as nice. Nice and firm one here. These are Pathfinder jalapenos? No, Pathfinder peppers. So these are like a serrano. I have a friend who loves to use these to make pepper steak. So let's see if she wants a few. I had given her a couple plants, but I know she's come for peppers a few times, so I'm not sure what her plants are doing. Here's a Hungarian hot wax, the bigger one there. The skinnier ones are the serranos. And I can see what looks to be maybe a candy cane back in here. Maybe sweet lipstick. It has no stripe. I don't think it has striping. Might be a sweet lipstick. Okay, while I was out here, my aunt messaged me and asked if I wanted to go for a walk. So I'm gonna do one more bit of harvesting, and then Buster and I are gonna get ready and go for a little walk. Still a lot of deadheading and cutting the grass and prettying up that needs to be done in the yard, but I'd rather spend time with family than have a perfect looking yard. So, and Buster hasn't had his walk yet, so it's perfect timing. So I'm just gonna dig around in here. This is Norland potatoes. I planted them the 22nd of May, and they're well dyed back. So I'm just gonna, I don't have time to harvest the whole thing, but I'm just going to dig around in here and try and get a couple. I've actually added soil on top of this because they were popping out the top like a month ago or more already. So I should be able to steal a few potatoes to have some potatoes for supper tonight. There, it's just my husband and my son and I home for supper tonight, so that's more than enough potatoes, so we'll see what we can figure out what to do with those. Thought I'd get a little bit more cleaning up done today, but I am happy with what I got done. I mean, nice little harvest of potatoes, this beautiful broccoli, peppers, tomatoes. I might see if my aunt wants some of this. Beans. Like, so many good things coming out of the garden right now. And it's nice to see that the plants are all looking really healthy. Tons of ladybugs out there doing their job, keeping a lot of the bad guys away. It's just been a really nice time. I hope you enjoyed your time out in the garden with me, because I sure enjoyed this time out here with you. Like I said, I'll still have to get that grass cut. I don't know about you, but I always just feel better when the grass is cut. I feel like the yard looks better. And I do need to go around and do some deadheading. And yeah, once the kids are all settled off at school again, I'll be able to do some real upkeep in this yard. But a few little things checked off the list every day just feels good. So I'm gonna give these potatoes a rinse, go inside. I think it's time to take this sweatshirt off, and Buster and I will go for a nice walk with my aunt. Like I said, thanks for coming along with me in the garden today, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.